Where do you think the term high-value woman came from? Is it just a phrase that's thrown around without any meaning behind it? The truth is, there are many meanings to this term. For one thing, high value has different levels of importance depending on who you're talking to. Other things can be considered high value as well, but for now, let's focus on women and what makes a woman high value. The qualities that make up a woman who is considered high value are unique in character and strong in nature. She possesses both inner beauty and outer beauty, which come together to form an irresistible package for those lucky enough to have her attention bestowed upon them. When she walks into a room, she commands respect with her presence, but she is modest and at ease with herself. A high-value woman knows how to enjoy the finer things life has to offer, without ever becoming a snob. She may come across as aloof at first glance, but it's only because she isn't too eager to jump into bed with any guy who winks at her. On second look, however, you will see that she's just choosy about who she lets into her world. A high-value woman doesn't go to bars and clubs in order to find men to take home with her at the end of the night. She goes out because she enjoys the company of others and loves a good time, but there is always an unspoken understanding between herself and her date, that the night will end with a good night kiss on her doorstep. She is confident in herself and knows what she wants out of life, but she also understands that it's okay not to know everything right away. She'll ask questions when she needs to, and will follow advice from those wiser than her, because she realizes there is always something to learn if you're willing to listen. She may be one of the best dressed people in the room, or she may like to dress down, but either way, she is effortlessly gorgeous. She doesn't try too hard with makeup and hair because she knows that's not what it's about. It's about inner beauty shining through. A high-value woman never puts herself down in front of others, and she doesn't let others put her down either. She believes that there is no time or opportunity for negativity in life, so she chooses to look on the positive side, except when it comes to situations that are out of her control. She's got a great attitude, which means she usually ends up with great things in life. She doesn't need to take center stage for everyone to notice her. She has the rare ability to blend into any situation without becoming invisible. When it's time for others to shine, she will be there in support of them, and when the spotlight is turned onto her once again, she'll enjoy it without being boastful. She knows that being happy with who you are isn't about having everyone tell you how great you are all the time. It's about finding acceptance in your heart for yourself, just as you are today, and then working towards bettering yourself tomorrow. Let's see 7 signs of a high-value woman. 1. She is a woman of character. Her word is golden and she carries herself with honesty and integrity. She has a strong set of morals and standards that she lives by, regardless of what those around her are doing. She'll never be one of those women who has to apologize for her behavior, because she knows how to behave. A high-value woman is confident in her character, and she doesn't have to brag about it to anyone. She simply is who she is, having nothing to prove to the world around her. 2. She is independent. Whether she's working or taking care of her home, a high-value woman is independent and self-sufficient. She doesn't need to rely on others for everything, nor should she want to. She knows that the only person responsible for her happiness in life is herself, so she takes on that responsibility with a smile. A high-value woman is smart and knows how to allocate her resources. She understands that there are some things she can do on her own, and others that require the help of a professional, as well as those things that require the help of family and friends. 3. She respects herself and those around her. She has self-respect for who she is as a person, but stands up for others as well. She doesn't let people walk all over her, and will speak out against injustice if it is within her power. She treats others with kindness and compassion, knowing that everyone has a story to tell and deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. A high-value woman knows she's not perfect and doesn't pretend to be. But when you get past the surface of who she is, there isn't much that needs changing or improving upon. She is her own worst critic, but also understands that everyone has room to grow and improve upon themselves. 4. She's always herself, no matter what. She doesn't shy away from being herself in front of others, even if she knows they won't approve of who she is deep down inside. She isn't someone who tries to fit into a mold defined by society's standards of beauty, wealth, or success. Instead, she has found who she is as a person, and embraces that with open arms. A high-value woman isn't afraid to be unique because it's those qualities about her that make her so special. She doesn't conform to what others want from her, knowing that she's already happy with who she is as a person. She doesn't have to pretend or put on an act, because it's those genuine qualities of hers that draw people in from the start. 5. She takes care of herself physically and financially. A high-value woman is self-sufficient in her physical needs. While she may rely on others for mental support or moral guidance, she doesn't need to rely on anyone financially. She makes her own money and is able to provide for herself if something were to happen unexpectedly. A high-value woman understands that financial stability is important when it comes to long-term goals. She has worked hard to create a life for herself, and isn't afraid to put in the work, as well as the time needed to maintain her financial goals. 6. She is emotionally mature. She can handle herself in any situation, no matter how challenging. She doesn't let her emotions get the best of her, nor does she use them as a weapon against others. Instead, she has learned how to harness those emotions, and use them as catalysts to make herself better. A high-value woman is always looking for ways to grow as an individual. If she encounters negative emotions, she doesn't run away from them or act impulsively because of them. Instead, she takes some time to herself and does her best to resolve the situation with clear, level-headed thinking. 7. She has a growth mindset. A high-value woman is always looking for ways to improve upon herself. She takes risks, makes mistakes, and learns from them in order to become a better person overall. Instead of being upset over things that have happened in the past, she prefers to look towards a more positive future, where she can learn from her mistakes and do better the next time around. A high-value woman isn't scared to fail because she knows that it's part of the learning process. She doesn't try to avoid challenges in life, but instead is excited by them and does her best to prepare for them when they arrive.